My wife hugged me after work, froze, and pointed at my collar. Ethan, what is that? 12 days later, my mom saw a face on a video call and screamed like she was back in a nightmare. That's when I realized the cheating wasn't a misunderstanding. It was a setup. I looked down. A peachy bronze smear on my white shirt. Makeup, not Simone's shade. My brain sprinted through my day and found nothing. No flirting, no coworkers touching me, nothing. I don't know, I said, pinching the fabric. I swear. Simone's eyes went glassy. Her voice went flat. Don't, she said, just don't. She slept on the couch. I heard her crying at 2 a.m. When I tried to talk, she pretended she was asleep. By Saturday, she told me to get a hotel. By Sunday, the locks were changed. At work, my boss Dennis took one look at me and said, security cameras, check them. I hadn't even thought of that. I went straight to security. The garage footage popped up. Me at 5:18 p.m., walking to my car, phone in hand. Then a woman slid into frame behind me. Dark hair, business casual, moving like she'd rehearsed it. She closed the gap in 3 quick steps. Then she stumbled. Her hand landed on my shoulder, perfectly placed. Her face pressed against my collar for 1 beat. She straightened, smiled at my back, and walked off. 4 seconds. That's all it took to blow up my marriage. Security pulled her ID. Raina Vestry, 4th floor tenant. Then the guard got quiet and queued up more clips. Hayes, he said, she's been around you before. 14 times in a month. Lobby, garage, hallways, hiding behind pillars, filming. Close enough to touch me, but not close enough to be noticed. I called Simone from my car, shaking. I have proof, I said. She planted it. She's stalking me. Simone sounded hollow. I can't do this again. Just watch the videos, 5 minutes, please. 10 minutes later, her voice cracked. Oh my God, she planned it. Do you believe me? I asked. Yes, she whispered. I believe you. A lawyer told us to check everything. A digital forensics guy plugged in my phone and didn't even blink. Someone installed monitoring software, he said. Calls, texts, locations, weeks of it. Then he found it on my laptop, my work computer, our thermostat. She wasn't just watching me. She was watching my wife too. The detective's face turned hard. We're arresting her, but be careful. People like this escalate. They arrested Raina 10 days after the stain. Her apartment looked like a shrine and a war room had a baby. Thousands of printed photos of us, routine timelines, transcripts of our conversations, and a folder labeled evidence package, fake texts, fake receipts, doctored photos. A whole plan to prove I was cheating. The makeup smear was literally phase 1. Next was a staged hotel rendezvous so Simone could catch me. Then the detective showed us her video diary. Raina grinned into the camera. Day 47, she said. Makeup mixed with adhesive. It won't brush off. Cut to our garage, she whispered. Target acquired. Phase 1 initiating. I felt like I'd swallowed ice. I'd been living inside a stranger's script. Before we left, the detective held up a framed photo they found on her nightstand. Me, 15 years younger, laughing at a family party. Simone's voice went small. How does she have that? The detective leaned in. Raina Vestry isn't her real name. She used to be Raina Hollis. Ask your mother. So I called my mom and switched to video. The detective raised Raina's arrest photo to the camera. My mom's eyes locked on the screen. Her lips parted, but no words came out. Then her hands started shaking hard. Then she inhaled like she couldn't get air. Then she screamed, loud enough to crack the speaker. It wasn't startled. It was pure, visceral terror. That's her, she sobbed, voice breaking. That's her. My mom told us the rest. College. A girl who followed me, broke into my dorm, stole my stuff, a restraining order, therapy. She thought you belonged to her, Mom said. I prayed she was gone. She wasn't. She just got better at hiding. Court moved fast with that history, plus the spyware, the footage, and her evidence package. The jury came back guilty on everything. The judge hit her with 12 years in state prison, then 15 years probation, and a permanent no-contact order for life. Outside the courthouse, Simone squeezed my hand until it hurt. I almost lost you, she said. I exhaled finally. Not to an affair, to a makeup stain. One smear almost ended my marriage, but it also exposed the person who'd been waiting 15 years to ruin it.